Hi, we'd like to welcome you into a brand new series we're introducing you here on WHHI-TV called Your View to the Lowcountry. And I'm really excited about this series because, you all have let us know over time how much you like to really get insight into the local landscape, particularly when it comes to homes and businesses, and we're going to do just that for you. Maybe a little bit of a behind the scenes. Today, Richard Barron is here, and he is with Hilton Windows Doors, and he'll be with us throughout. So thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you, Jessa.
So we have so much to talk about. I'm going to dive really just right in so we can kind of get some context around this show and why it's so important. But talk to us about Hilton Windows Doors, because people want to know a little bit about the business, the values, as we continue to kind of really just navigate this space in people's homes.
Sure. Well, being a homeowner down here myself, this was something that I felt like there was a need for, that especially in the replacement side of things.
Yeah.
So residential windows, a lot of times builder grade windows last 8 to 10 years. Some of the better ones in a custom build might be 10 to 20, but eventually they're going to need to be replaced. And having a company that really represents the customer was something I thought was important.
Yeah.
And so we've started that with HHI Windows and Doors, and we're looking forward to becoming a big part of the community.
So when you say representing the customer, for us, what does that mean to us? How does that look compared to maybe somebody who handles business a little bit differently?
Sure. Well, there are a lot of big brands that anyone would recognize from TV commercials or all the mailings that they get, but they're specific to just one brand. So sometimes that means a square peg in a round hole. Okay. We're trying to be consumer advocates, and so we're here to try to represent our customers to multiple brands, find the right material, find the right brand that really matches their needs, their price range, and then find the best installation teams in the Lowcountry to make sure that we're putting in product the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a big part of what we're going to unpack, down the road here in the show. But the installation process, you summed it up so well for me before we started filming, kind of the balance between good windows and good installation.
Yeah. So a great window put in by a bad installer is a bad window.
Yeah.
There's no level of manufacturing that can overcome a bad installation. And so having a company that's local, that you can go back to, that you can rely on is really, really important. It's something that matters to us. We're opening a showroom, we'll have a brick and mortar location, and we'll be there to stand by our products. Anything in construction, as everybody has experienced at one point or another in their lives, things don't go as planned.
Yeah.
Something may come in the wrong color, or something may come in the wrong size. A screen may be torn, or a piece of glass may be scratched in transit. Are you working with a company that's there to make everything right? And that's something that we want to make sure we do.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got just a couple minutes left before we kind of dive into some of the nitty gritty, if you will. I know our viewers like to know a little bit about the people behind the company. And
Sure.
You have a history here with the area, and love to know a little bit about just why did you start this business?
Sure. So I started coming to the island when I was in, I think, 7th grade, 1981. Friends of our families had a place down here that they offered it to us. My father was a Presbyterian minister, and so it was a chance for a family vacation every year. And that tradition continues to this day. Every August since then has been spent on Hilton Head Island. When I was in college, I spent my summers working here. And then when I decided to retire from college athletics, I was a college basketball coach for over 30 years. And when I decided to retire, it was a real easy choice to decide on Hilton Head. My kids had grown up fishing here in the waters and vacationing here. So especially for my son who went to Hilton Head Prep, it was a very easy transition. For my wife, it was one of the first times that I knew she was the one. I remember deciding I'm going to ask her to marry me in Harbortown.
Oh,
and
cool.
So it's been a special place for our family for many, many years. Yeah. And so we moved here in 3 years ago in 2022. And I spent a few years, just kind of enjoying retirement. I was doing some work as a charter fisherman down out of South Beach and coaching my son's basketball team at Hilton Head Prep. And that kept me busy, but my entrepreneur juices got going, and I felt like I wanted to get into something else. And that's how HHI Windows and Doors got born.
And you are well woven into this community. When we come back from break, I'll give you a little teaser. There's a lot that you don't know, but you don't know that you don't know it until we tell you that you don't know it. And that's what I've really learned about this business, because it is, for some, a once-in-a-lifetime purchase or something they've never purchased before, and you're going to help us get it right. So Richard will stick with us. We hope you do too. We'll be right back.